Hey everyone, this is a quick tutorial on how to use my new plugin Comet. Right here is a beta. You probably also downloaded the beta version unless you're watching way in the future. Chances are your plugin's going to look like this when you download it. You're going to be like, what the heck do I do? There's no controls, no knobs. That's kind of the point. I want people to get away from just pretending they're looking at analog gear. You're looking at a screen that's capable of thousands, millions of colors, and we're still pretending we're using old vintage analog gear. So I wanted to kind of step away from that in this plugin and let people get creative. If you're way too confused to start off, this question mark will bring up a few tags to show you what you're adjusting. It brings up quality. If you get lags from the animation on a slower computer, you can turn that star pattern off. But I'm going to keep it on because I like how it looks. This is just a link to the website to download future plugins, etc. Right off the bat, we have tail and size and distortion. These are kind of the main character sounds. Tail length, the dampening, or room size is how people can think about it. And then the amount of distortion on only the wet signal. You're not distorting the dry signal that's going through. I try to make it sound like a vocal bus so that you can really get cool, massive reverbs that you mix in a small amount without absolutely creating a mess and ruining your instrument or vocal. And then here we have dark. This is just a post filter. And then we have a gate effect, which I'll show you. I really like this on drums. But yeah, let's just kind of jump into it. We'll start off. I just have a whirly here. Ableton stock. And in the default state of the plugin, you'll get a nice subtle washy reverb, kind of dark. But there's a few things that I really worked hard on, and that was being able to make a constant wash. So if you just want to record the output of this into another track, what you could do is play a chord into it. You could turn it all the way up. And make some really cool washy sounds. I just can automate this to darken or have kind of a filtering effect on it, dampening. You can turn this up to increase distortion. But as long as this is all the way up, it'll pretty much go forever. I like to do that to create washes in the back of songs. This is the mix, so I'm just increasing the mix all the way. This is probably my favorite feature of the plugin. If you just let it play, it kind of makes a washy mess. So what I like to do is play a sound and then either automate or mouse this up to create that permanent wash. You'll see what I mean. If I leave this all the way up, it'll kind of smear everywhere. In the delay reverb algorithm, I have a bunch of de-pitching and detuned all-pass filters that kind of make you'll just hear the notes fly in places they probably shouldn't. Yeah, but if you hear, they kind of go all over the place. Someone might be able to use that effect in a song and it might sound cool, but I haven't found anything for that yet. Moving on, I want to highlight this gate function. I have it kind of hidden because you can get yourself into a bit of trouble with it. It doesn't sound the best. Let's say on this whirly, I'll show you. If you see, only a few of those notes are loud enough to actually trigger it. So I've hidden a threshold in this gate function so you can turn it up or down. Turn the mix all the way up so you can hear what it's doing. My favorite part of this gate is the gate doesn't run off of the volume of the reverb signal. It runs off of the dry signal. That doesn't sound like a big deal until you think about what you could do with drums. Gated reverbs, there's usually like a glitchy sounding end to them because they're being triggered by a reverb that's slowly tailing off. If you're triggering it off of the dry signal, let's say a snare drum will be able to trigger it very sharply and then have a smooth end. This actually comes quite in handy. I'm just going to play a snare sound, and here I will enable Comet, and you'll hear what type of gated reverbs you can get straight out of here without doing any special routing. So if we want to hear this in context, I'm just going to have these two playing together. Play a dry. Let's solo it. Put this on, nice washy. Good distortion on there. Shorten this. On for context. Now where I think this plugin really shines is vocals. Let's just solo what I recorded.
I told you that I love you, baby. You know that that's the truth.
Not the best.
So show me that you want me, baby. I gotta have some proof.
And let's hear that with just some stock Comet. I'll put it in the stock configuration so you can see where we start with. And
I told you that I love you, baby. You know that that's the truth. So show me that you want me, baby. I gotta have some proof. I told you that I love you, baby. You know that that's the truth. So show me that you want me, baby. I gotta have some proof.
alright, let's just show that in context.
I told you that I love you, baby. You know that that's the truth. So show me that you want me, baby. I gotta have some proof. I told you that I love you, baby. You know that that's the truth. So show me that you want me, baby. I gotta have some proof.
And you can make a really nice vocal wash. So let's say if we automate,
Proof.
enable Ableton Shift A will show our last touch knob, and then we can just take this and then just step it up and then bring it back down so that it doesn't wash forever. There we go. So let's hear that in context now.
Gotta have some proof.
Imagine this was some shaper box or something else on it, or quite a few options with just a few knobs and controls. It's really nice to step away from trying to memorize values. It has to be 0.3, 0.6. No, just go with the pictures, go with your ears, go with the vibes, and you should have a pretty good time with this plugin. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments. Thanks.